Lil Wayne. So Lil Wayne appeared on Nick Wright's new show, What's Right, and he was asked to name his top 5 rappers. I already knew his first one is because he always says this, Missy Elliott, which Missy Elliott always thinks. I was like, wow. This is what Missy Elliott react. This is what Missy Elliott said about Lil Wayne saying that. Whenever Lil Wayne says my name in his interviews, Twitter don't have enough space for me to say my gratefulness because he is a legend himself who birthed many MCs after him. And as a man to acknowledge me being as a big influence for him, I send you love, Wayne. Another reason this warms my heart is because I've seen many times Lil Wayne has said my name over and over for years, no matter who the interviewers are. He has never been hesitant to say me as a female, and for that I am forever grateful. Missy Elliott is very underrated, so shout out to Lil Wayne for keeping her name out there and still showing homage and respect. That's his favorite rapper. That's coming from Lil Wayne, a guy who's influenced basically the whole new generation, you could argue. So, then he says Jay-Z is the best to ever speak.
Okay.
So it makes sense because he's a lot older. So his top 5 would be different from like.
Do you agree with that? I think so.
No, Jay-Z's got bars, man. Don't get me wrong. Jay-Z can rap his ass off. I just never gravitated to music like that, but doesn't mean he's not a good rapper. You know. Then he says Biggie. Then he's like, I have the whole Goody Mob, and then I have UGK. So that's groups, 2 groups.
Okay.
So that's interesting. I didn't hear. I knew he liked Jay-Z and Missy Elliott. I knew those 2. I never really heard Biggie that he really, you know. I even heard him saying Eminem at a certain point, so I was surprised he didn't mention Eminem there. He did at one point say Eminem. But, you know, everybody's top 5 changes. Mine forever is going to be 50 number 1, but then after that, the numbers sometimes switch. You know.
For sure.
So I think that's probably the same with him. Missy Elliott, he's always give his number 1 his favorite. And then the rest, maybe Jay-Z gives again, but the rest sometimes, I'm sure this is going to change for him in the next 5 years. But then Nick asked him in the interview, he's like, why aren't you in the top 5? He's like, me, I can't compete with these guys. I'm not even close to these people. That's usually anybody who's a fan of hip hop. You know, Eminem even never gives himself props. It's like I'm the greatest. He always says, listen, these other people wash me. They're way better. So that's a great way to respond to it. So